we, our daughters of sun and stone. The desert carries our names, the wind our stories. Every step we take presses the memory of our mothers into the earth. We walk forward, not as shadows of a broken past, but as the dawn itself. Each grain of sand remembers our courage. Each star above answers our call. In the hush between lives and new dreams, had it been waste, in the time conscious in church. We in the sand house and release them to the sky, and the sky remembers. When the first light finds us, it will find us moving forward. Each step is a claim, each breath a promise. The lands remember our mothers, our grandmothers. We are the daughters of Nubia and of Egypt. You are us.
The Interruption, episode 4. Teach me, because it's a struggle. What the breaking was trying to teach, that breaking wasn't the enemy. It just felt like it. It walked in looking like inconvenience. You know, that interruption, like, why now? Why now? It came up on me, right? When I was already just done, reached my limit, hit the wall. I'm already trying to do the best I can by managing my life. That I'm already doing the most at. And it feels like something extra. Especially when I ain't got extra to give. It's personal like that. Life is always pressing. Have you realized that? Do you recognize that? That life is always pressing when it already hurts. And when you're in it, you don't call it that a teaching. You call that way, 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 way too much to handle. There's a part that can take a minute to accept. Breaking will expose what you're trying to hold together that you didn't think anybody else knew about because you were hiding it. It'll also show when you're overextending yourself, that you've been tolerating because you convinced yourself that you can handle it. Breaking pulls the mask off of your routine. The automatic answer you give and you think that's acceptable, and people see through that bullshit. It makes you face the fact that outward image of you being strong, in fact, has you crumbling underneath the weight of stress and strain on the inside. It's like polar opposites. I get it, I understand, because I know it's unfair. It's so unfair, man. Like we always being tested. We ain't even sign up for that shit. To go another round by round, pound by pound, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Let's get ready to rumble. Because that's what that shit feels like. But when you step back, I'm not saying not still in the middle of it, but when you step back and you go to your corner to catch your breath, you start to see that things aren't happening to you. And it wasn't coincidence. It was your wake-up call. Could you picture that? You in the boxing ring, pound for pound, between your outer imposter fighting with your higher self. That would be some shit to see. Because we do it every day, all day. Even if you don't want to admit that. Like I said, you caught your breath and you start to see that was not a random case. This shit has allowed to happen. It didn't happen just to mess with your head, because pressure was the point, applied very strategically at certain times on a certain date for you to get that work, you know? And you're being forced to see what needs adjustment and then asked to grow in places that you rather protect, because who wants to go through that bullshit? Like, for real. Because that's a lot. But when it comes to breaking you down, it's not about the divine trying to end you, man, which will never happen. The divine's job is not that. But it feels like that, don't it? It feels like somebody is riding you. Or maybe you think it's the other one. I ain't going to say his name, but the other one, you know. But I know that the divine will try to correct you and try to redirect you and trying to get your attention in a way that may not be comfortable for you, because comfort will let you coast right on by. And then they'll go, hey, nope, 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 nope. Bring your ass back here, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening, because breaking makes you look. And when you really look, you realize it wasn't the enemy at all. It was and still is the teacher. Welcome to Blended Healing. Teach me, because it's a struggle, man. Teach me. The interruption. We in it. We are definitely there, and we in it.
I done survived too much. You be stressed on purpose. I don't chase money loud, I let it come correct. I ain't grinding like I hate myself. That era dead. I've been tired with it, dreaming rich with no sleep now.
Balance isn't the absence of breaking. It's crying and still answering the phone. Strength lives inside vulnerability. Harmony isn't peace, it's alignment in chaos. It's staying in tune when the room is loud. Growth isn't gentle. Expansion feels like tearing, becoming feels like losing before. Every step, even the heavy ones, carried you here. And when you look out and see how far you've come, you realize you were never lost. You're ready.
Now I choose slow progress over fast anxiety. I don't move for emergencies, that ain't mine. I don't fix chaos, I decline. If it costs my peace, it costs too much. I don't negotiate, I adjust. I'm not available for struggle. I don't want many side stress, the bag come with panic. You could keep that shit. This grown trap so quiet ambition. I don't rush blessings, I position. Not available for struggle. Really slow. If it drain my spirit, it's a no.
I know you're wondering why I play that song. Alicia wrote that song. And when I heard it, I felt I was so drawn to it that I am not available for struggle. I done been through it. And if it costs my peace, it's not worth it. For real. Balance isn't the absence of breaking. It isn't walking around untouched. It's not dry eyes or a steady voice every second of the day. Balance is crying and still answering the phone. It's like feeling your throat close up and your eyes are filling up and still choosing to respond instead of disappearing. Letting the emotions just move through without letting it run your life. Just let those emotions just roll, man. We all go through that. We all do. But the point is to catch yourself before you get to the end and it does run your life. Because people confuse balance with being unbothered. That's not it. Balance is being affected and not breaking down. It's standing straight up like a soldier, man. When everything in you wants to just withdraw. It's saying this hurts without letting that sentence define your identity. You can feel the pressure and still remain grounded at your center, at your core. And that's the real deal, for real. You see, there's power inside vulnerability that doesn't get enough credit. It shows up when you're being real, right? Right? So much to the point that it's not the tears of being upset, but it's more of tears feeling exposed. But yet, you're still able to talk because your voice still works. You can still get your words out. It also shows up when you finally admit that you're at your capacity and still choose the responsibility of it. It shows up when you allow emotion instead of suppressing it. Slapping that proverbial H on your chest to handle it and the cape falling out of the sky. You're putting it on because now all of a sudden you dun 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 Captain H. I'm handling it. Come on, son. Come on. You see, balance is control inside emotion. It's discipline inside of feeling. Understanding that having a moment doesn't mean that you're destroyed. It means that you're processing it. Everybody processes things differently. It's a cycle. I have one. God knows that I have a whole processing cycle I go through in order for me to come out on the other side. But I tell people that all the time. I know this about me, man. Let me go through my cycle so I can come out on the other side because I'm human, for real. And there's nobody going to stand in my way telling me I can't go through my cycle because that fact that you can't process it and still function is evidence of growth. Let's keep it a buck. Balance doesn't remove the crack or the hairline crack that we talked about earlier. What it does is teaches you how to stand while it's still forming. It teaches you how to breathe through it. And that crying and answering the phone can still live in the same hour at the same time. It's just up to you. You know, a friend of mine, right, told me it's about perspective. Instead of looking at it in a way that brings you down or in a depressive state, look at it in a different way. It's all about perspective. And I respect that I was told that because I was told that out of love, not to hurt my feelings or anything like that. And that intensity that I got from that heat, I knew it was out of love. And I was open to receive it because I asked the question like, yo, what if? What is? Say what you really saying. You know what I mean? So because I respect that first, instead of going through the process of it and not understanding where and why and what and all that jazz, I ain't got no time for that shit. Just come up with it, man. It's not about breaking. It's about how you stand up and how you keep your composure and how that exists in the same body as you're going through. That's balance. I said it's not flawless because it is flawed. But who's perfect? I know you're not. I'm damn sure not. There's only one supreme being that I know is perfect, and that's the divine. So this right here is the integration. Balance isn't the absence of breaking. It's putting two things together and letting them mold and meld, and that's the interruption. I'll be right back.
She don't chase, she conjures, speaks in stars, walks in thunder, got moonlight in her bones, burning sage while she moans. She got oils on her dress, truth in her tongue. A yes is a blessing and no makes you run. She don't sugarcoat spells, don't whisper soft lies. She'll read you the filth and kiss between sides.
Hey family, it's me. Glasses on and glasses off. However you know me, I'm honored to be the face behind the Blended Healing Realms podcast. Every week we talk wellness, energy, and real life steps to grow through what we go through. Pull up a chair, grab some tea, and if you want to keep this energy going, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at Chamaka Essentials. Same vibe, more ways to connect. I'll see you there.
Blacker than I ever been, despite the lies and fine print behind the devil's grin. See, I was told our skin was sin, they told me this was punishment. But I feel like I'm sunning the mitochondrial evidence of a victim. I took each affliction as character building. Now look at a nigga, something to brag about. How the supremacy of God been fucking showing out. Now everything I breathe on got to venerate my righteous mouth, restore it to black.
Yo, I don't want you to get it twisted. Yeah, I walk both sides, man. And spirituality allows me to do that. But don't get it twisted. Spirituality will always come first. But you know, I got that edge, I got that hood. So salute to Saba the goddess. She's fire, yo. She's up and coming. And I'm telling you, she's fire. Thank you, Alicia Dion, for always putting together that wonderful music that I put my videos to. I appreciate you. I really do. All right, let's continue this thing. I say all of that to say it is, don't trip. God ain't done with me yet. Never that. Always stretching, always learning, always elevating. But I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my shit too. All right, man. Just a little jokey joke, man, because this right here is really getting to me. That's why it's broken up in so many pieces, man. What is harmony? What is harmony? Because it's not peace. Harmony is in every being, all smoothed out, or people finally getting some act right or moving the way that you expect them to move, because that's not reality. That's fantasy. That's an illusion. Harmony is about how you carry yourself when things around you start getting real out of pocket. It's when the conversations get heated and you don't feel pulled to match that heat because you don't want to. People have their opinions and they start flying all around, and you don't want to lose everything that you built in one moment trying to defend every little thing somebody says. That's childish, like for real. It's knowing who you are no matter where you at. So whatever is already popping off doesn't change you. If you keep it a buck, not every space that you walk into is built for your comfort. And not every moment is going to feel good, especially when you're already in a vulnerable space. people bring their own stuff with them, their moods, their pressure, their projections. They let it all spill out. And if you're not careful, you'll pick up some of that and start carrying it like it belongs to you. And it don't. Harmony is recognizing what's yours and what's not, and having the discipline to leave what's not. It's being able to sit in a disagreement without turning it into a full-fledged war. Sometimes you have to face some tension without letting it twist your character. You don't have to answer everything. Folks will call you everything under the sun. Do you answer to any of that? Or nah? Sometimes you don't. Sometimes your response is silence because you don't have to prove yourself in every exchange. Harmony is self-control. It's knowing when to speak and when to let something fall flat on its own. Shut your mouth. Sometimes you got to protect your inner space, your higher self, without making a scene. For what? Over words? You can't control what enters a space, but you can control how you move through it. You can't control anybody else either. How they act is on them. You're responsible for you, and that's the real work. Not controlling the world, controlling yourself. And even when you get that down, people can still be wild. Situations can still be messy. Pressure is going to still show up. But you remain who you are, authentic to yourself. That's harmony. Not everything outside being right, but you staying right within yourself. Ashe? All right. Let's talk about growth. Oh, Lord, growth. Growth is not walking through. I just got this song that just hit me. Walking through the rain with the one I love. It's not gentle like that. You know what I mean? Growth, it's not comfortable because it challenges you to move in ways that you're not ready to move. Who said I gotta move? And when you say something like a statement like that, that ain't nothing but ego. For real. Who said that I gotta move? Because that's defiance. So we're gonna start right there. It's not gonna come with encouragement or anything like that. Somebody hand clapping for you, saying, way to go. It's not like that. Not in real life. It shows up when you already know that you have reached your limit. You have reached your limit. And with that being said, let me throw something on for you real quick.
Please hang up and try back tomorrow. Again, thanks for calling. The person you have dialed has reached their people limit for the day. Please hang up and try back tomorrow. The person you have dialed has reached their people limit for the day. Please hang up and try back tomorrow. Again, thanks for calling. The person you have dialed has reached their people limit for the day. Please hang up and try back tomorrow. Again, thanks for calling. The person you have dialed has reached their people limit for the day. Please hang up and try back tomorrow.
For real. For real. You have reached your limit. And it shows up when you thought that you have finally figured out something. You know what I mean? And it shows up and starts rearranging things you thought that you had settled already. Let me tell you this. Expansion. Expansion feels like tearing because it is tearing. It's tearing through all of your old mindsets, your habits that you used to have, that you leaned on because it's familiar to you. And all of those different identities that you had, that you built to protect yourself. Imposter 1, 2, 3, imposter 4, 5, 6 through 10. Those are the imposters. Whatever. And when you and when that tearing down, right, happens, it's not going to magically appear some type of mantra or affirmation or an inspiration to get you through because it feels invasive. And becoming feels like losing before you gain. Who wants to go through that shit? You don't have to raise your hand because your hand is already risen. You can see it in your eyes. You're going to lose all of those imposters of yourself that once worked for you. You're going to lose ways of thinking that kept you safe. Things that feels or felt familiar, even though you already know that they weren't healthy for you, man. And that loss feels real because it is real. And you're going to feel the grief, and you're going to feel like something was taken from you. And what's really happening is that space is being made. You can't carry everything into the next level of your life. Some of it has to fall off. And some of it is going to break away. And some of it has to die. Growth is going to expose your limits. And it's going to point at the places where you've already been. I don't even know the word to say except when you think of you feeling small. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. You got to face those patterns, man. And say, this can't go with me. And then that confrontation is going to be like, oh, Lord, what did I just do? What did I just do? Because I sure don't want to be out here floating around by myself because I decided to do something different and grow. And everybody else is back there. And I got to go out here and do this by myself. Oh, Lord. Confrontation is not comfortable. Nobody enjoys being shown where they've been wrong. No one enjoys realizing that they have outgrown a mindset or a relationship. But that's the work. When you're in it It feels as though somebody's applying pressure to some of your pressure points, right? And you have a reaction. You feel like you're being pulled in all different directions that you didn't ask to be pulled in the first damn place. But you didn't know by setting out and going through the growth cycle that this is going to happen, because everything that you feel, that you know, is now on shaky ground. You're being built for something great, something large, something bigger than you had even thought of. And you're being prepared to carry so much more in order for you to be prepared to stand in that thing that you once thought that you had reached your limits. Man, please. You're being prepared for greatness, man. And that preparation is not going to feel good. You're going to feel as though this was not meant for you. And you're ready to throw in the towel all the time, because it demands so much more of you. But if you release what no longer serves you, now you're making room. You might think that you're losing yourself, but what's really happening is that you're shedding what cannot evolve with you. Did you get that? Let me do it again for impact. You're shedding what can never evolve with you. That's what you're shedding. Growth requires release before the reward. And it requires you to surrender before you elevate. And it requires you to let go of the familiar before you see what's up next. Growth is not gentle, but it's necessary. And it's proof that you're not finished. And that's the interruption.
And the tea is ready for tasting. Cheers to homemade wellness.
Cheers. That's soothing.
Perfectly balanced, just like I planned.
This would be great for a calm evening.
I will brew a full pot after dinner.
Thanks for this tincture. Just a drop of this.
The recipe down so we don't forget.
Good idea. This should be our signature blend.
The herbs shimmer in that jar.
Look at those labels all lined up. They look
Tan
so
and deep
official.
green is such a royal combo. Holistic Royalty by Kells has a nice ring to
It
it.
really does. I can already picture them on a market table.
Soon. For now, let's toast to first. Comforting, right? Like a hug in a cup.
Exactly. Let's write down the ratio before we forget.
Already on it.
Our tinctures are crafted in small batches so you get the freshest, most popular herbs every time. And I'm thrilled to share that I'm not doing this alone. Standing with me in hybrid classes, it is perfect for locking in moisture all day long. Whether you're new to natural wellness or adding to your ritual, we've got something here for you.
Soft light, evening glow. Jamaica essential, let the magic flow.
Hey, Queen Kells, do you want to give them a hint?
A gentle star, but a warm Charles and
Blended. No yet. We are still working on the surprise, so.
everything. Jamaica essentials, my heart's content.
Make sure that you Tap into Queen Kells, man. Holistic Royalty by Kells. Kells and I are brewing up something real special. I thought we were close enough. We're close. We're close. Because when we come out, it's going to be bam. You feeling me? You're feeling me? Make sure that you tap into Queen Kells on YouTube. She's on TikTok. She's on IG. And she also has the Hells of Holistic Royalty on the Shamaka website. So make sure that you visit over there as well. All right. Listen. In closing, right, today, you aren't being punished, even though it feels personal at times. Real personal. It feels repetitive and targeted. And life just keeps circling and circling back to the same lesson until you finally look at it straight. Punishment tears down without purpose. And what you experienced had purpose all over it. You're being positioned to see clearly, to stop ignoring what your body and your spirit has been jumping up and down trying to get your attention about. You're being positioned to recognize your limits before you run yourself into the ground, for you to move differently, to speak differently, to choose differently. What felt like pressure was and is preparation. What feels like exposure is a revelation. It wasn't about breaking you down. It's about setting you up. You're not being punished. You're being positioned. Ashe? All right. I'm going to do part 4 of the spoken word that started all of this. So give me a few. I'm going to throw something up on here for you. And I'll be right back. All right? All right.
Yeah. Stop playing small. Stop hiding. Take the cap off. Let it bleed. What it is? 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 Take the cap off. Let it pop. Let it snap in. Holding all the fire. Had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off. Let it spill. Let it drop. You been silent too long. Let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off. No fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud? You just muted it out. Take the cap off. Whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now.
Sorry, I'm late.
Take the cap off. I've been biting my tongue, playing nice, staying cool. Taught myself how to shine, try to follow the rule. They said maybe next time I say yeah like a fool. Whole line in my chest, but I stayed in the zoo. Trauma had me for the insecurity, train me. Fear kept the key, but the door couldn't cage me. They doubted, I nodded and doubted myself. Put my gifts on the shelf like I do it when I'm ready. But ready don't come when you scared to be seen. Perfection, a lot to keep killing the dream. So I'm ripping this you, I'm breaking the lock of as messy as honest. Hey, take the cap off. Take the cap off. Cap off. Let it pop, let it snap in. Holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off. Let it spill, let it drop. You been solid too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off. No fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud? You just muted it out. Take the cap off. The whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now. Hey, take the cap off. Who told you you were too much? Who told you to sit down, hush? Who made you question your voice?
Flawless. Let's get to it. Let's make this conversation worth your time.
But I ain't do the be small. I'ma hold down storm front on top. I'm tired of whispering winds, tired of playing the edge. If I got something to say, yeah, I'ma say it with my chest. No cap, literally, no mask. This is me. If they laugh, let them choke on the globe. And believe you can shake it out, shake it loose. Rearrange yours, it's wrong. Crack the top, hear that sound, that's your power.
Into Shamaka Essentials, my happy place. Come on in with me. The smell of citrus and vanilla hit you right away. Hi, welcome to Shamaka Essentials.
it snap, been holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off, let it spill, let it drop. You been silent too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off, no fear, no doubt. What you been like? You just needed it out. Take the cap off. My whole room gon' shake this moment right now.
Seen too much, I just sit and stare. If you don't get it, I don't care. I don't care, I'm gonna take it there. Calm on the surface, fire in the glare. If I walk away, don't you dare question my move, I'm just taking it there. Everything around me feels threadbare. Judge from a distance like I'm not aware. Labeled and boxed like I ain't got rules, but I grew through pressure with no excuse. Watch what they said, stayed on my feet. Kept my lane while they changed their seat. I move with intention, not for display. I do what I do, that's all I'll say. Made my space when the vibe felt off. Didn't force nothing, didn't show off. Stepped aside when it didn't align. That wasn't retreat, that was design. They misunderstood, that's cool with me. One day they'll feel
The Interruption, Part 4. Yo, I'm afraid to speak my fear out loud, afraid the universe will overhear and misunderstand it as a request. Like if I name it, I invite it. If I confess it, I confirm it. So I swallow it. Dress it up as composure. Call it maturity, call it strength. But fear don't disappear just because you whisper. It lingers, it waits. It moves inside your ribs like it's rehearsing a future that you will never agree to. And then, the numbers weren't a warning, they were a covering, a holy interruption in the middle of my silent scream. Not threat, not doom, not brace yourself, more like, I see you, I hear you, stand up. Balance isn't the absence of breaking. It's crying and still answering the phone. It's mascara running and responsibility still calling. It's your voice shaking but speaking anyway. Harmony, not peace. Growth, not gentle. Fear isn't prophecy. Silence isn't safety. Breaking isn't the end. It's instruction. Ashe. Ashe.
My tongue, tension in the air. Seen too much, I just sit and stare. If you don't get it, I don't care. I don't care, I'm gonna take it there. Calm on the surface, fire in the glare. If I walk away, don't you dare question my move, I'm just taking it there. Everything around me feels threadbare. Judge from a distance like I'm not aware. Labeled and boxed like I ain't got rules, but I grew through pressure with no excuse. Watch what they said, stayed on my feet. Kept my lane while they changed their seat. I move with intention, not for display. I do what I do, that's all I'll say. Made my space when the vibe felt off. Didn't force nothing, didn't show off. Stepped aside when it didn't align. That wasn't retreat, that was design. They misunderstood, that's cool with me. One day they'll feel what they couldn't see. I don't act tough, I just move free and clear the path that's meant for me. Oh, I don't care, I'm gonna take it there. Truth in my tone, tension in the air. Seen too much, I just sit and stare. If you don't get it, I don't care. I don't care, I'm gonna take it there. Calm on the surface, fire in the glare. If I walk away, don't you dare question my move, I'm just taking it there. 1 hour, let me flip the switch. You did this, you did that, I took no quick. Kept receipts, didn't run my mouth. I stayed solid, figured my route. Tired of fronts, tired of the games. Tired of people shifting the frame.
I've seen enough to know what's real and what don't deserve how I feel. Sleep don't stay, days move fast. Pressure stacks from the present to past. No mask on me, no act to prove. Just someone steady in how I move. Some tested lines I never crossed. Still stood tall through every cost. I don't announce when I adjust. I just move when I know I must. Still standing, never left. Let go of what never fit. I didn't rush, I didn't stall. I stayed aligned through all of it. Moved on clean, no extra sound. Didn't chase what pulls you down. I know it's mine, I know my pace. I take my steps, I claim my space. I speak when it matters, then I go. No need to explain what I already know. I walk when it's time, I stay when it's true. I'm taking it there.